You keep telling yourself it'll be different next week. You picture a clean Monday, a fresh brain, a new routine, a new you. Then you blink and it's Thursday, and the same you is still driving. If every Monday feels like a reboot you never finish, your mindset, not your plan, is the problem. Today, you're going to build a way of thinking that stops the restart loop, even on messy days. Here's what's really happening. You're not lazy. You're carrying too many open tabs in your head. Your brain isn't failing. It's crowded with input. Notifications, half-finished tasks, and cluttered workspaces keep leaking attention. So you chase a reset because it feels like relief. Monk mode isn't a personality. It's a short season where you remove noise so focus can breathe. And today I'll show you the one system shift that makes Monday irrelevant. Picture your usual Sunday night. You write a plan that looks sharp on paper, then you go to bed already tense. Monday arrives, and you start strong for 2 hours. Then a message hits. You quick check one thing, then another. By lunch, your day is a pile of tiny debts you'll pay later. And by evening, you're bargaining with yourself. I'll restart next Monday. That bargain feels responsible, but it's a trap. Comment, reset, if you've made the next Monday deal 3 or more times this month. Because every restart teaches your brain one lesson. You don't have to continue. You just have to feel inspired again. That's why the same loop repeats, even when the plan is good. The plan isn't the problem. The identity behind the plan is. You're not broken. Your system is. You don't need a better Monday. You need a better response to Tuesday. Most people treat consistency like a mood. If they feel clear, they act. If they feel messy, they delay. But your life doesn't pause when your mood drops. So you need a mindset that survives friction. You start the week trying to be disciplined. Then you hit friction, and you disappear. You're not failing because you're weak. You're failing because your week has no recovery plan. Comment one phrase that describes your restart trigger. I restart when. Make it honest, not dramatic. Now let's hit the turning point. The restart loop breaks the moment you stop measuring your week by fresh starts. Instead, you measure it by continuity. Continuity means you are the kind of person who resumes, even imperfectly. And to make that real, you'll use one simple system called the continuity contract. The continuity contract is one micro move you defend like your reputation depends on it, because it does. It's the smallest action that proves you don't disappear when things get messy. Skip it, and you train yourself to vanish. Do it, and you stay in the fight. Not a routine, not a full schedule. One proof action. It can be 10 minutes of deep work. It can be opening the document and writing one ugly sentence. The point is to stay in the week. If 10 minutes is too much, do 2 and resume anyway today. Here's the mindset shift underneath it. A restart is emotional. A resume is mechanical. A restart needs hype. A resume needs a handle. So stop asking, do I feel ready? Start asking, what's my next handle? This is the contrarian truth most people hate. Your best weeks aren't built on motivation. They're built on boring continuity. A creator who plans a perfect Monday then misses one morning block calls the week ruined. Before, one slip meant avoidance, scrolling, and a fresh start fantasy. After, he protects one 10-minute proof block the same day, one outline, one edit, one task shipped. The moment he resumes, shame drops and momentum returns. 2 weeks later, Monday stops feeling magical, because he can restart nothing and still win. When you keep restarting, you're not failing at discipline. You're failing at identity. You're acting like consistency is something you begin, not something you return to. So let's rebuild your identity in 4 moves. First, stop calling it day 1 after you've already started. It tells your brain the last few days didn't count, so it becomes normal to throw days away. Instead, call it day 3, day 9, day 12, Count the streak you're actually living, not the one you wish you had. Monday isn't a reset button. It's just a label on the calendar. Second, shrink the target when the day goes sideways. Most people crash because they only have two modes, perfect or nothing. If you miss the morning, don't erase the day. Downshift to the smallest version you can complete. 10 minutes of focused work. 1 healthy meal. Fast recovery beats perfect streaks, and guilt is the slowest recovery. Here's an identity edge you might not like. If you keep restarting, you're secretly protecting your excuses. Third, stop negotiating with your future self. When you say, "I'll fix it next week," you buy comfort with interest. You turn one bad afternoon into a 7-day sentence. Replace the promise with a move. One proof action, done today, even if it's late. Fourth, remove the noise that keeps forcing restarts. Your brain can't stay consistent inside constant input. It gets crowded, not weak. So create a few friction walls. Put your phone out of reach during your first work block. Close the extra tabs you keep saving for later. Monk mode works because it reduces choices, and your mind gets quieter. This is the thesis in one line. Consistency is the skill of resuming. Now let's make it practical for the next 7 days. On Sunday, write your week plan, but add one sentence at the top. I do not restart, I resume. That sentence is your identity guardrail. It's there for Wednesday, not Monday. Then, pick your proof action for the week. Choose something so small you can't negotiate with it. Make it. Open the project and work 10 minutes. Your proof action should be easy enough to do on a bad day. When the day breaks, use a simple rule. Don't diagnose. Don't spiral. Don't rewrite the whole plan. Complete the proof action, then stop. That's how you protect your identity without needing a perfect schedule. Over time, this does something powerful. You stop looking for a new week. You start looking for the next handle. Discipline stops being a speech you give yourself. It becomes a pattern you can trust. Here's what changes after 10 to 30 days. You feel less anxiety on Sunday night. You stop treating Monday like a courtroom. You get better at deep work because you're not constantly rebuilding. You start trusting yourself again because you have evidence, not hype. So here's your blueprint for today. Pick your proof action and write it down. Decide when you'll do it, even if the day is messy. Then run the continuity contract once, just to prove you're the kind of person who resumes. Tomorrow, you do the same thing, without making it a ceremony. Screenshot the key lines and start today. Save it where you'll see it on Wednesday, not Monday. Comment locked plus your proof action so it's written in public. If you want extra pressure, add the exact time you'll do it, even if it's late. No speeches, just proof. Commenting tells YouTube this is content that matters, and it locks your identity in place. Next episode, the 10-minute identity flip that creates motivation before lunch, even if you woke up late and feel empty. Train your mind, and your life will follow.